In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, পরম করুণাময়, অতিশয় দয়াবান আল্লাহর নামে শুরু করিলাম। বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম। Dear students and everybody, today again I am in basic English class and my topic is past perfect continuous tense. In the previous classes, I discussed all the structures of present tense and also I discussed the structure of past infinite, past continuous and past perfect tense. So this is the term of past perfect continuous tense, and past perfect continuous tense is used to express an action that was actually going on in the past and continued up till another action started in the past. Now the structure of past perfect continuous tense is subject, had been, verb ing object. So let us make sentences by using the structure, and like the previous time, today again I am actually making sentences by using the subject I, you, we, they, he, she, it, Sami. Sami stands for any name of the world. Now let us make sentences. Here the subject I, if the subject I takes the verb work, it would be I had been. From the structure, the word I has taken had been. I had been working here. Now if the subject is you and if the verb is work, it would be you had been. You had been working fast. Now if the verb is study and if we take the subject we had been. We had been studying. STUDYING. We had been studying hard. Now if the verb is play, they had been playing cricket. Now let us consider the subject he. So the subject he would take had been. He had been. If the verb is try, it would be he had been trying hard. He had been trying hard. Now let us consider the verb eat. Then it would be she had been cooking. She had been cooking food. The subject she, and out of the structure the subject she has taken had been. She had been cooking food. If the verb is no, it had been. It had been snowing. It had been snowing there. It had been snowing there. Now if the verb is operate and if the subject is Sami, it would be Sami had been. Sami had been operating computer. Now dear viewers and learners, I have made sentences by using the 8 subjects, and the structure was subject, had been, verb ing object, and this structure is used to express the action that actually had been going on in the past and continued up till another action. Now usually with this sentence we use for or since. That is, I had been working for an hour. You had been working fast since morning. We had been studying hard for 10 years. They had been playing cricket since morning. We had been trying hard for 5 years. She had been cooking food for an hour. It had been snowing there for 3 days. Sami had been operating computer since morning. That is, when we need to express the previous action that was actually going on in the previous time, for a period of time, then we use this structure. And if the duration of the time is mentioned, then we use for. That is, I had been working here for an hour. That is, an hour is the duration of the time. And the starting point of the time, if the starting point of the time is mentioned, then we use since. That is, you have been working fast since morning. That is, morning is the starting point of the time. Now, we had been studying hard since 1994. That is, the time actually started from the year 1994. That is, it is clear to us that if the duration of the time is mentioned, then we use for, and if the starting point of the time is mentioned, then we use since. Now let us make sentences by using another set of verbs. Let us erase this portion and let us consider the verb watch. I have been watching. I had been watching TV. It can be I had been watching movie. Then help. You had been helping. You had been helping me. Now if I take the verb learn, we had been learning. We had been learning English. Then if I consider the verb teach, it would be they had been teaching. They had been teaching us. Now let us consider the verb follow. He had been following. He had been following me. Buy. She had been buying. B-U-Y-N-G. She had been buying fish. Rain. It had been raining. It had been raining there. Read. Sami had been reading books. Then sentences are made by following the structure, and you can also make sentences by following the structure. And in the previous time I told you that structures are very much important, and it is like skeleton. Our body, that is human body, is based on the human skeleton. So sentence is also based on the structure of the sentence. Structure is like the skeleton. So we need to depend on the structures strictly, and if we make sentences by remaining on the structure, and if we continue to make sentences, we would be able to make sentences correctly. And it's an interesting and great expectation that we would be able to make sentences correctly. Now again, for this said, let us consider the word since. I had been watching TV since morning. You have been helping me since 1994. We have been learning English since 1994. They have been teaching us since 1988. We had been following, he had been following me since he was born. She had been buying fish since morning. It had been raining there since morning. Sami had been reading books since morning. Now let us consider the word for. I had been watching TV for an hour. You had been helping me for 2 days. We had been learning English for 10 years. They had been teaching us for 10 years. He had been following me for 3 hours. She had been buying fish for an hour. It had been raining there for 2 hours. Sami had been reading books for 3 hours. That is, by using for and since, and by using the structure, we can make sentences that was actually going on in the past, and also it was ended before another action in the past. So this is very clear that we will be able to make sentences by using the structure correctly, and you are requested to continue to make sentences depending on the structure, and if you depend on the structure you would be able to make sentences as per your requirement. And I am not going to prolong my talking anymore. This is all for today. Thank you very much. I am coming with some more classes very soon. Until then, goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.